Dear viewers, e-learning assistant welcomes you once again. Please like and share this video. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Today we are going to deal with the poem, You Start Dying Slowly, from Standard 10, my English course book. Friends, this video has 4 sections. Part 1, listen to the poem. Part 2, summary and explanation. Part 3, workshop highlights. And Part 4, appreciation of the poem as per new pattern. Please watch this video till the end. So let's begin the poem now. Part 1. Listen to the poem. You start dying slowly. If you do not travel. If you do not read. If you do not listen to the sounds of life. If you do not appreciate yourself. You start dying slowly. When you kill your self-esteem. When you do not let others help you. You start dying slowly. If you become a slave of your habits. Walking every day on the same paths. If you do not change your routine. If you do not wear different colors. Or you do not speak to those you don't know. You start dying slowly. If you avoid to feel passion. And their turbulent emotions. Those which make your eyes glisten. And your heart beat fast. You start dying slowly. If you do not change your life. When you are not satisfied with your job. Or with your love. If you do not risk what is safe. For the uncertain. If you do not go after a dream. If you do not allow yourself. At least once in your lifetime. To run away from sensible advice. Pablo Neruda. Part 2. Now let's see the summary and explanation. The poem You Start Dying Slowly is a masterpiece written by the famous poet and Nobel Prize winner Pablo Neruda. This poem is written in free verse style and so it has no rhyme scheme. The main figure of speech in the poem is anaphora. In this poem the poet has offered strong and practical pieces of advice to motivate us to live our life in a better, more rewarding, and meaningful way. Each line of the poem is a pearl of wisdom. According to the poet, our life must flow and renew itself like a river in which fresh water is added to the existing water at every moment, bringing calmness and freshness to its appearance and not become a stagnant pond which is merely a breeding ground for the germs of negative and unhealthy things. We live our life to the fullest only when we enrich ourselves with new knowledge, wide experiences, fresh emotions and exciting challenges. If we live a rigidly conventional and boring life, if we do not change our typical daily routine, we start dying slowly, that is, we start losing hope of a happy and bright future. Extract 1. If you do not travel. If you do not read. If you do not listen to the sounds of life. If you do not appreciate yourself. You start dying slowly. When you kill your self-esteem. When you do not let others help you. You start dying slowly. Extract 1. Explanation. The poet says that if we do not make a journey to different places, read the various forms of literature, listen to the various sounds of life around us, or value ourselves and recognize how good we are, then we start dying slowly. The poet reminds us that when we do not respect or like our own character and abilities, or when we do not allow others to help us, then also we start dying slowly. Here, one must remember that we start dying slowly does not mean that we will literally start dying sooner. It only suggests that we will not be leading and enjoying our life in its true sense. Extract 2. If you become a slave of your habits. Walking every day on the same paths. If you do not change your routine. If you do not wear different colors. Or you do not speak to those you don't know. You start dying slowly. Extract 2. Explanation. The poet further says that if we become a slave of our own habits, If we are not able to control what we do often and regularly and do the same things monotonously day after day without bothering to bring about any changes in our typical routine, if we do not wear different colors and talk to unknown people, then we start dying slowly. Extract 3. If you avoid to feel passion and their turbulent emotions, those which make your eyes glisten and your heart beat fast, you start dying slowly. If you do not change your life, when you are not satisfied with your job or with your love, if you do not risk what is safe for the uncertain, if you do not go after a dream, if you do not allow yourself, at least once in your lifetime, to run away from sensible advice. Extract 3. Explanation. The poet warns us that if we avoid strong feelings or passions and unsteady or turbulent emotions which sparkle our eyes and make our heart beat fast, then also we start dying slowly. According to the poet, we start dying slowly if we do not bring changes in our life when we are not satisfied with our job or love. We also start dying slowly if we do not show courage to risk something safe for something uncertain. If we do not go after or chase a dream, if we do not allow ourselves to ignore sensible advice at least once in our lifetime, even then as well, we start dying slowly. Part 3. Workshop highlights. Vocabulary focus. New words and their meanings. Dying slowly. Losing hope of a happy future. Self-esteem. Self-respect. A feeling of being happy with your own character and abilities. Turbulent. Unsteady, full of ups and downs. Glisten. Sparkle, or shine. Sensible. Wise, having a good sense. Adjectives or describing words. And the nouns they describe. Same. Paths. Different. Colors. Turbulent. Emotions. Sensible. Advice. Adjectives. And the words that go with these adjectives. Turbulent. Place, situation, sea, time, and storm. Glistening. Eyes, tears, skin, hair, and drops. Sensible. Person, idea, advice, thought, and thing. Poetic device. Figure of speech. Anaphora. Anaphora is a figure of speech in which certain words or phrases are repeated in the beginning of successive lines. This deliberately repetitive use of the same words or phrases emphasizes the message that the author wants to convey effectively. It also adds rhythm to the passage, making it more memorable and enjoyable to read. In this poem, the words "if you do not" are repeated many times to emphasize the message that the poet wants to put across. Miscellaneous. Things that inspire us to live better. Stories. Dreams. Passion. Motivation. Role model. Aim or ambition or goal. Love. Other observations from the poem. The expression "if you do not" is repeated 12 times in the beginning of lines in the poem. The poet emphasizes it because he wants us to remember what we should do and what we should avoid to do in order to live our life in a better and more meaningful way. Line that provides evidence of the theme: if you do not change your life, you start dying slowly. 3 characteristics from the poem that make a person dull and uninteresting. Number 1. Becoming a slave of our own habits. Number 2. Not changing our routine. And number 3. Not going after our dream. Write the opposite of the following in the form of advice using different words. A. You do not travel. You should travel as much as you can. B. You do not appreciate yourself. You should appreciate yourself. C. You kill your self-esteem. You should keep up your self-esteem. D. You become a slave of habits. You should not become a slave of habits. E. You refuse to speak to strangers. You should speak to strangers. F. You do not change your life. You should change your life. G. You refuse to take a risk. You should be ready to take a risk. Part 4. Appreciation as per new pattern. Title: You Start Dying Slowly. Name of the poet: Pablo Neruda. Rhyme scheme: the poem has no rhyme scheme. It is written in free verse. Figure of speech: anaphora. Theme or the central idea of the poem. According to the poet, if we become a slave of our habits and live stagnant, boring life, and do not bring variety to it by doing various things like traveling, reading, speaking to strangers, changing our typical daily routine, we lose hope of a bright future or start dying slowly. Please like and share this video. And please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.